The sun is shining, my skin is melting, the sky is falling, the wolf is coming.
Welcome to our Evergreen production of Infectious Waste Theater. Comedy, tragedy, and wacky hijinks starring our host, the beloved Reverend Noah R.A. Soule. Get ready, slackers!
Hi, and welcome to Infectious Waste Theater. I'm your host, the Honorable Reverend Noah R.A. Soule, coming to you live from tape from Sub-Basement 6, the TV studio down in the library building. And this is more or less an infectious waste dump, so that's why we call it Infectious Waste Theater. For those of you tuning in, this is our second season. We are no longer coming out of the gill, and are, in fact, got all kinds of equipment. It's just fantastic. It's too cool to be true. I'm no longer running the show almost by myself. As you see, I'm no longer plugging tapes in and out. And, the way we found this was just fantastic. I never would have thought that we could actually get all this stuff. And the way that I found it was I saw this flyer here down on the job board, and it says, "Needed immediately, 8 interns for fun and exciting experience, the adventurous and little-known sub-basement 6 of the Evergreen State College Library. Geiger counters and other equipment provided on request, eh? Not bad, not bad. Of course, being fond of campus folklore, I couldn't resist checking this place out, and when we got down here and started using paper towels to clean up all the stuff, we found all this TV equipment down here, and we got it going. With the skeleton crew, of course. How's that for a premise for the show? You think it'll stick? Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What do we got there?
Look what I found.
Hey, not bad. Hold on. What's that? What's that? Oh, I don't know about that, man. Maybe we're going to have to clean it up.
We're out of paper towels.
Well, no, don't worry about it. We'll get some more, man. We'll
Okay.
get some more. Well, this, hey, this is not bad. Not bad.
Film.
Hey, we're not going to have to do much work, are we?
No live writing or anything. Just
All right.
us running films.
3 cheers for Slack! All right, anyway.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and go to our tape here, so enjoy.
Yeah.
Just call me Money. I'm being followed.
What makes you so sure?
A man. A tall man.
What could he be wanting from you, Monty?
What do you mean?
Any deep, dark secrets you want to tell me before I go out and bust my balls looking for this guy?
Okay. He's...
Hey, you. Freeze. All right, buddy. Talk.
My name is Victor Bojangles. I'm an investigator for the Benevolent Insurance Corporation. Your client, Mr. Rainwood, hired you to distract me from the case that I'm working on.
But you were stalking him, weren't you?
Only today, and that was merely to find out which investigative agent he was using.
Talk.
He was screwing my wife, mother, sisters, son. That bastard made my life a living hell.
So you took the law into your own hands. Don't you know that vigilante justice never pays?
Good job, Dick. We'll take over from here. Why don't you go home, get yourself some rest?
No rest for me, boy. I'm always on duty.
We've got a great show planned for you tonight. We've got a couple features, including Eat the Sun. I don't know if any of you have seen that, though I played it last season. Yeah, last quarter. And it's a great film, so I'm going to show it to you again. We've got some messages from the X generation, plenty of commercial breaks for y'all. We've got Potatoes, asked to
Stuff. Lots
stuff.
and lots of stuff.
Lots and lots of stuff. You know, this place is pretty nice, but I think we can definitely improve it. Like, you know, get a set.
Oh, definitely.
think?
I mean, I think a set would be nice. I think we need to, in order to succeed as a good television program, we need to write material.
Hey,
Things for us to say, and maybe some
That's not a bad
skits
idea.
and stuff. Get some like real scripts written out, actually work on them, and maybe rehearse them.
it's not convenient enough. It's not convenient enough.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
don't we just crib material from like old Star Trek episodes?
that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be
cool,
great.
yeah.
And we could even use their sets. I mean, they're just like styrofoam and
Use-
spray paint.
Ready to roll the library spot.
All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead and roll our next tape in a couple seconds here, as soon as it all gets together. And hey, are you still radioactive? Hey, you look all right. All right,
Well,
you look all right. Not bad, not bad.
why don't we go
Well,
get a smoke or something?
I think I could use a smoke. Yeah, definitely. Hi, this is a tour of the Washington State Film Library, not to be confused with the library on the second floor of the library building proper. Cut, over there. This is the library building proper. The film library downstairs has films and videos for all you people, and it is in the electronic catalog and you can access them, but they tell you to go downstairs and it's hard to find, so we're going to show you how to get there. First, you go downstairs. Inside the doors. And turn to your left. The first hallway here has the Washington State Film Library. Come on down this hallway to the Washington State Film Library and we'll show you how to check out a film. And here we are at the Washington State Film Library. This library works slightly differently than your normal book library because you have to actually check things out in advance before you come pick them up. 24-hour advance is required. Hello, Reverend.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Great. I think I'd like to check out a film today.
Okay, I'll need to see your library card.
Okie dokie.
And when you come to pick these up tomorrow, I'll need to see your student ID.
Great. Here's my library card.
Thank you.
And I found the film in this here catalog right here. The film is called Eat the Sun.
Okay, that is 16 millimeter, you realize, and not...
16 millimeter.
The way you tell the difference is that a video will have a VHS number, like VHS dash, and then the number, and a film will have 3 digits, a dash, and then 3 digits.
Correct.
No letters.
Okay.
There's your card.
Great.
So, I
Okay.
get that for you tomorrow at 3:30.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Well, we have several ways you can look things up. You can use the computers in the Evergreen State College Library. You can come down and look at our books. You can also bring in a 3.5-inch computer disk. Be sure it's a 2.0 or a 1.44 megabyte disk. And please format it for me. And we can go ahead and download that in just a minute or two onto WordPerfect 5.1. You can take that home and look up stuff through keywords or subject, title. We have separate lists for some major subject areas like Washington State. And I'll take you through the stacks here very briefly. These are closed stacks. Also, due to the value of the collection, the security measures are that we don't have people walking back in the stacks. However, here's an example of some of Evergreen's films. They're usually packaged ready to go. And I'll take you over to the video section. And back here you can see we have the videos. We have about 3,000 videos and probably not quite that many 16 millimeter film. We are a working collection, so we don't have a lot of things of historical value that are like old. We don't have the facilities to maintain them. In addition to the other programs I mentioned, we also have a really wonderful program called Caption Films for the Deaf. They're housed in a separate collection back here. These are available to anyone who's hearing impaired, whether they work for the college or a student here, work for the state or whatever.
Right.
And this is probably Natasha.
Catch that tongue?
Movies we have, or
Uh-huh.
like we used to have a film called Zia. and it was one of those ones where you had to try to guess what was going on. Everything was filmed really close, and you tried to figure out what the thing was that was going on. And it was popcorn, but like extremely close level, and the name of the film was Zia, because that's Latin for corn.
Okay.
So we got corn snakes,
Ah,
Zia,
cool.
and then Zeke, just because it sounded good.
The next day, we're back to pick up our film. Hi, is our film ready?
Let me see, last name?
Sule.
Let me go check and see.
Great, thanks. It's that easy.
Okay, here we go. Eat the Sun. And the ship back date is marked on it here,
Great.
April 8th.
All right. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you again.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Our economy is in trouble. Our education system is failing. Our
The light that illuminates infinity.
Do you worship television? Is that the way it works?
No, television is more the instrument of our salvation, in much the same way as the Holy Grail for the Christians. They do not worship it. It is a symbol of a process for their realization. We draw very strongly from metaphors of the video technical aspect. It is essentially a theory that the universe is a giant screen upon which is scanned the appearance of a three-dimensional world, which we all inhabit. We feel that man's suffering and misery derives from the fact that he is out of sync, as a TV picture can be out of focus. That our lives are filled with misery in much the same way as a bad television set is filled with snow, and that only by returning to sync with the great scan beyond the universe can we achieve any satisfaction on this mortal plane. The means of achieving salvation within the Church of Self-Amplification lie with the Tapésia ritual. In much the same way that modern technology has landed a man on the moon, we feel that the same technology can lead to a realization of inner space. Over the next 2 years, as you're being prepared for the Tapésia, you will be coming to a series of lectures such as this, and also experimenting with a variety of types of electronic equipment. We expect you all to develop the single-pointedness of mind, symbolized by the electrodes on your foreheads, and by the video feedback loop.
Oh, yeah. This is as American as apple pie, Bob. I'm not kidding you. You know how many hours the children watch TV in the morning and in the afternoon? They're tuned into it. And this is the way you can actually realize your absolute full potential by way of video. It's a fantastic thing.
Converging consciousness brings about the total release of all potential energy.
Well, people are loaded with potential energy. We can do almost anything we want to. It's just a matter of getting it out. That's what it amounts to. And by putting everyone's psyche and their physiognomy in absolutely perfect sync, you know, there's no limit. Now, it's hard for you to understand that, I know, because you haven't been through it. It's an amazing experience, really. You see, our religion, for one thing, we guarantee you're going to reach the impossible truth. You know, you've got it. With a lot of other religions, you know, you may think that you've made it, but really you never find out until you leave this earth. And we have people that are walking around here right now, and they've made it. I've made it. I'm real happy. Actually, I used to work for an ad agency in New York. I was a VP, and I really got tired of the hypocrisy of it. You know, I just couldn't stand it. I mean, selling soap suds and stuff like that. And I came down here and joined this organization, and since I've been hired, I mean, since I came on board, I've really learned something. And I think it's something that the rest of the world should know about.
Who should know better than the madman in the tree who has given up the struggle and sits?
In the heartland of our country, Vidaru, a very humble television technician, stumbled against a camera in 1961 and bumped it into alignment with the monitor. In a burst of perfect realization, he came to see that all of life is compounded of multiple loops, and that if one tunes the loop, one can achieve synchronization.
Well, the Telemahandi is our leader, and he's our prophet. That's the main thing. He's been able to perfect his consciousness so far beyond what most of us have been able to achieve in the impossible truth that, well, as I said before, you just can't understand it unless you've been through it. But the key is the Telemahandi can show other people how to get to the impossible truth. Now, most people know what they want. You know, in every field of life, they know what they want, but most of them don't know how to get there. That's a big problem in America today. People know what they want, but they can't get there. The Telemahandi tells them what it is.
The impossible truth cannot be defined. It can only be experienced.
And then he helps them get there.
For you to truly appreciate it, you would have to join the church.
That's the name of the game.
What would I have to do if I wanted to take Taphasia?
Well, what you'd have to do in the first place would be to make a pretty serious commitment to us. Now, Bob, that's one thing you'd have to do. And we have a program that takes about 2 years. It's called the Pre-Taphasia Discipline. And during that time, you work on developing your mind and your body for the ultimate experience of Taphasia. Taphasia is the point at which you cross from, you know, your worldly type of limited thinking into the impossible truth.
What's the impossible truth?
The impossible truth is impossible to describe. Really, that's the truth. I'm not trying to put you on.
Taphasia is the great light that we all yearn for without really understanding. Let us press our faces close to this window and perceive through it the glittering flame of our salvation.
And tapasya was taken from a Hindu term for rite of fire, and it's like you go through this electronic rite of fire in a sense. And it involves biofeedback and image feedback and sensory feedback outside and inside of your body. And they monitor all your bodily functions and all your glandular functions. And they modify them and bring them back into your body until you reach this point or this state where everything was at one with itself.
This is the great loop that will bring you to the realizations beyond.
You see the full light, you are one, etc. You understand yourself completely, and that's like the ultimate. Well, I was living with a friend. We had just gotten out of school. We were living in Idaho. And we had been doing a lot of acid and things. We were really pretty unhappy with what was going on. Pretty alienated from just about everything, sort of living alone. And just getting into a lot of private, personal type trips outside of just taking drugs. He split for California for a couple of weeks or so, and I got a letter back from him after a couple of weeks, and he said he'd met this man who just turned him on to this thing that was exactly what we wanted. It was like something we could both really get into, and it involved video and biofeedback, and it was like turning yourself into yourself, and which was what we weren't able to do. And it was something that was caught up in a lot of electronics and new technology, which we were sort of interested in a very amateurish sort of way. And it sounded really good, though. I mean, he was just the most enthusiastic I've ever encountered. Well, so we went and I joined the church, which he'd already been a member of. And I was indoctrinated, as it were, into the pre-tapasya discipline. And when you begin this discipline, you give up all your worldly possessions.
You don't need them. You don't want them. I mean, you're so far above it, there's no need for it.
You give up everything, and you just give it to them.
Now, I'm glad that that point was brought up because we have started to experience a little bit of adverse reaction in the press, and it's based on misunderstanding, frankly. Look at Billy Graham. Look at Oral Roberts. Now, those guys don't talk off of soapboxes. They use very expensive mediums to get to the people, and that's just what we're doing. Our church is not based on the idea of aggrandizing a lot of money, but it does require a certain amount of money, and we have to use material things to attract people to our cause and also to enable them to reach this absolute, total, ultimate experience. So that's the way the money situation sets up.
It was called the Temple of Self-Amplification, and it was like something like I'd never encountered before. And we lived in this giant mansion in Southern California in a basement with no windows. Beautiful outside, but you never saw the outside, like you're always inside of the damn thing. And the leader of this was called the Telemahandi, and he was this very secretive fellow you saw running around every once in a while in person. You saw him all the time on videotape. I mean, like we'd sit in front of these monitors for 3 hours and listen to him repeat one thing over
Eat the sun, and you will be your own father.
And over again.
Eat the sun, and you will be your own father.
over and over.
Eat the sun.
And you will be your own father for 3 straight hours. But we did things like, in the morning we'd meditate in front of a test pattern for an hour. Well, yeah, I think that Telemahanti was a good-intentioned man at the beginning, and he was really sincerely believed in what he had found and where he was at. But when I was there, which was 72 and 73, he started having people in office, a front office, and they sort of took over the church, and they sort of lost sight of the ideals, and what they wanted now was expansion and universal enlightenment. The whole organization seemed geared towards self-expansion, you know. They started wanting to sell themselves instead of help themselves or help their members. And their members became just part of the organization of self-amplification, of self-sell, and beating their own drum.
We're ready to go big time, as a matter of fact. Because, you know, the Telemahanti developed the program, and now we're going to take that and expand it and use all the media. We've got a lot of our media people, and we're hiring more staff right now. And I'll tell you, you're going to see the Temple of Self-Amplification on car cars and outdoor boards and the radio, on the TV all the time. You won't be able to walk down the street without hearing about it.
This is the Bitterroot Telemahanti. If you step up here a little closer, you can see him. He's one of the great prophets of our time who has given us the scriptures on how to achieve.
You know who the great prophet was? Jesus.
Jesus was one of the greatest prophets with
was the
Mohammed and the great
Hammond,
the Brahmins and the great
a lot of prophets.
the gurus of time. The Bitterroot Telemahanti brings together the spiritual wisdom of all of the great prophets.
And
in a new system,
you get a book there?
You get not only a book as you go through the system, but you get the ability to use electronic technology to generate a great video feedback loop yourself that will generate a peace and tranquility within inside of you that you've never experienced before.
Well, I did that when I got baptized.
Well, actually, the Telemahanti doesn't really have the time to deal with the public. He spends almost all of his time taking the disciples through the pre-Tapesha experience, which is, as you realize, a very time-consuming thing. However, we've got a great series of videotapes we've put together, and we expect to do an awful lot with them. We've got 4 tapes in all. The series costs $29.95 plus tax, and they're available from Post Office Box 18, Glendale, California. Now, of course, these tapes don't really give you the same experience that you'd have if you went through the temple, but they'll give you an idea. And they're just fantastic. I'll show you. We expect to do an awful lot with these tapes, by the way.
The ecology of the soul is to recycle one's consciousness.
See, it's simple but profound.
The ecology of the soul is to recycle one's consciousness.
He was just about ready for Tapesha. And I was becoming somewhat disillusioned because it had taken so long. And he was sort of feeling the same, but when he learned that they thought he was ready for Tapesha, he got really excited. And it was like the greatest thing. And I was just really as excited as he was about it. And so he went for his ritual, as it were, his Tapesha ritual. And they brought him in there. They brought this man in there who thought he was completely ready for it and who they had told was going to be completely enlightened and reach the ultimate truth, etc. Well, he went through it and he came out a vegetable. They screwed up, you know? All this preparation and all this supposed knowledge being thrown at you, and these guys screw up. They like fry his brain.
Mentally injured. Well, that person actually wasn't ready for the Tapesha experience. And we now have a program where we classify people, we give them tests beforehand, and I don't really feel that it was the church's fault. In fact, we're sure it wasn't. It was his fault. He wasn't prepared for it, and we asked him the questions, and he gave us answers that were not true. Now, that, as a matter of fact, cannot happen now. Our pre-Tapesha discipline is set up so that it's impossible for a person with those kinds of problems to get involved in something like this. And as a matter of fact, I believe that his problems were probably overemphasized a little bit for his own personal reasons, but I don't want to say anything about it. You understand?
The truth you seek shall be unfolded in the poetry of the action undertaken towards that end. The truth you seek shall be unfolded in the poetry of the action undertaken towards that end. If they are old enough to pee, they are old enough for me.
Hi, and welcome back to Channel 6 Infectious Waste Theater. And if you're watching this on TCTV, welcome to TCTV Infectious Waste Theater. This is our second season here at Evergreen in the sub-basement 6 of the library building, the toxic waste disposal site.
Which you saw there in the film just now.
That's right, that's
Each
right.
side.
Those were the Morlocks down, filmed right next door, as a matter of fact. And we're really pleased to be FCC regulation-free television. We can play pretty much whatever we want here on TV, so anything you've got, why don't you send it on down. As you can see, we can play just about anything. If you've got any entertaining video, if you've got any entertaining film, any entertaining audio, why don't you give us a shot and we'll play it. We have a library office right there. And we've got a drop box in the MPC on campus. So give us what you got and we'll play it.
I'm going to leave you now.
You're going to leave me? Well, okay, I'll see you later. Anyway, this is of course, Infectious Waste Theater. And, what's going on over here? Our studio audience is going on. This is Slackville, USA. This is a fully operational battle station. We've got everything. Television battle station. Yeah, television station. Anyway, let's see what else we got in our film library. And what's that?
What happened to QQ?
Dolt! Dolt! It's Administrator Dolt!
Where? No. Oh, Dolt. No, never mind. Okay. Where's he at? Come on.
Hello, Noah.
Yeah.
This is just coming down to see you here.
Glad to see you. Glad to see
you
you.
boys are doing cleaning up this place. Looks like you're doing a fine job. Fine job here. Yeah, great job.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, we're cleaning up as much as we can. We need some stuff. As a matter of fact.
You need some stuff, there.
Yeah, here we've got a list of stuff. Got a list.
List of stuff, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a list there, young fella. videotape, SVHS, extension cord.
Anything, everything. Yeah, we need it all. We need it all.
Paint?
Paint.
You guys are gonna paint this place?
I'm gonna paint it out.
That's pretty darn good. I didn't see paper towels on there. How are you guys doing with that in the whole cleanup thing, huh?
Well, we could use more paper towels. You know, a couple more cases wouldn't
Paper
hurt.
towels. I'll make a note of that. Mental note.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What is that?
What? What?
Hey.
What?
It's a television camera.
What?
On me.
Oh, no.
Television camera. Hi, Mom.
No, you don't want to mess with that.
Wonder if Media Alone knows about these things.
As a matter of fact, sir, that's a pretty toxic device. Well, that's why we're gonna need more paper towels to clean that up.
Oh, no, I'll make a mental note of that one for you. It's toxic, huh? Well, you know, me and the boys upstairs really appreciate what you're doing here with the cleanup business and all that. And, well, you know, we just want to get this done with as quickly and quietly as possible, you know? We don't want another situation like last year. Well, you know, Noah, you pulled this off well, and I'll see what I can do about getting you that TV show contract sometime next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, Dolt, I'm graduating this year. But thanks.
Well, congratulations. Well, you know, good luck with the cleanup, and give my regards to everyone else.
Bye-bye, Dolt. Bye-bye. Okay, I think we're gonna have to roll another tape. Perhaps Disc Opinion number 1. Office. This is our office. Drop stuff off there. Come and see us. Say hi. It's a big office.
Library first floor, room 1314. That number again, library first floor, room 1314.
We don't do this there.
Not often, at least. For Christ's sakes.
Ow!
You project. You project. You project a positive self-image. Positive self-image. You do. You project a positive self-image. It works for you. It encourages you. You become the image. You were positive. Positive. You project it. Always. Yes. In everything you do.
Believe it or not, Wangafesto Press is moving to Olympia. We will be keeping the same address indefinitely, and we will continue to cover aspects of the Seattle metro area that you don't hear about anywhere else. But we will be adding tidbits from our state capital, and we are having a yard sale. June 11th and 12th, Friday and Saturday. Come to 6406 9th Avenue Northeast from noon to 6 p.m. for first pick at all sorts of high-class merchandise and free Wangafesto Press propaganda. We love you.
Disc Opinion welcomes your whatever. We review honestly. No more commercial bullshit, please. Subscriptions are $7 annually, $12 lifetime. Checks payable to L. Jim McAdams. Back issues $1, specify which. We gladly accept cash, stamps, food stamps, or barter. We come out monthly mostly. Distribution 2,500 plus. Sitting is not a crime. P.O. Box 45622, Seattle, WA 98145-0622.
Bob Dole and his Republican cronies, not to mention the conservative Democrats. Where have all these so-called conservative Democrats come from anyway? All say that they want to cut spending rather than raise taxes. We here at Wangafesto Press wholeheartedly agree. The government spends too damn much of our grandchildren's money. We would like to suggest a few wasteful programs that Congress should force President Slicko to cut. Start with SDI. Star Wars, a ridiculous fantasy and astronomically expensive. Next, let's fire all the Coast Guard officers and enlistees in the blockade of Haiti, running up a huge bill keeping refugees from fleeing the country. Next, bring home all the troops still employed in Somalia. What are they still there for? Let's stop making any goddamn more nuclear missiles, the worst waste of money in the history of the world. Another great way to raise a few bucks would be to seize all of the property of known criminals such as Oliver North, George and Neil Bush, and George.
Greetings. 1494. I haven't received a zine in a while. I've been meaning to write, really, but I've been a naughty girl. Santa didn't stop in O'Fallon because of me, but I'm writing now. Since Mr. Claus didn't get me anything, you must. I miss you. I'm not whole without you. Boo-hoo. Write soon. Anne Marie Mertz, O'Fallon, Missouri.
Just Opinion, your source for weird information, is now accepting just about anything for review at P.O. Box 45622, Seattle, Washington, 98145, 0622. Still free.
Wangafesto Press is a loose collective responsible for publishing and distributing such cultural publications as Nosine, Deprogram, Funny Pictures, Culture Shock, and Subversive Cafe. Just Opinion is by far our most widely read work, with thousands of copies distributed up and down the I-5 corridor and hundreds around the world. We love you here at Wangafesto Press.
Killer rock stars Some Velvet Sidewalk, Slant 6, and Unwound play a free all-ages show at Capitol Lake Park in Olympia, Saturday afternoon, August 21st. Be there.
If you send something to Slug and Lettuce for review, this could happen to you.
Just Opinion number 68910. Free. P.O. Box 45622, Seattle, Washington, 98145-0622. Seems like someone in Seattle has a nifty PC with one of those PageMaker disc things and is having fun. I hope they like it, because I think it sucks.
Note: we don't have a clue how to use PageMaker, and anyhow, we like the smell of glue. This review from Fact Sheet 5.
Just Opinion, number 14. A flyer-like zine that's always fun to get in the mail. Whatever strikes the fancy of the editors finds its way in here. Clip art, news clips, graphics, comics, reviews, and ramblings on various political and social controversies. The box is still in Seattle, but the Wangafesto crew moved on down to Olympia, Washington. Their new expanded 4-page format has more zine reviews and zine world gossip, with comparisons between Seattle and Olympia. Trades okay, reviews music, paid ads, prints letters, submissions okay. Price $1. Wangafesto Press, P.O. Box 45622, Seattle, Washington, 98145-0622. From Flipside.
Just Opinion 15. Free. P.O. Box 45622, Seattle, WA 98145, USA. Nice monthly flyer of local happenings in Seattle. Includes zine, reviews, and lots of other stuff.
Dist Opinion, a small subcultural review zine whose reviewers, for some reason, choose to write what the royal we, as in we are not amused, instead of facing up to their individual subjectivity. For our taste, there is a lack of cynicism and an unwillingness to be truly critical, choosing instead to be sort of an underground cheerleader, celebrating anything and everything non-commercial. Still, a good effort and an enjoyable read. Trade for something cool you publish and watch them rave about you. Pope George Ringo II.
We here at Dist Opinion would like to clarify that we don't intentionally listen to mainstream radio. Most of us avoid MTV and we don't like Pearl Jam. So please don't send us any more CDs of bands that look and sound exactly like Pearl Jam. We aren't impressed. We don't care if the bands are from Seattle, such as Sweetwater on Atlantic, or elsewhere, such as Third Stone on Illinois' Hammerhead Records. We don't like to listen to this crap, and your press kits are killing trees.
Therapist. Advertising kiosk.
If you're going to push me, I sure as hell will push you, even if you wear a badge. Fool, stop pushing, because LA is burning. It's the purest dope. Stop and inhale the smoke.
If you really want free, smash intellectual property.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You do it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You are very sure of yourself. Sure of yourself. Sure of yourself. Sure of yourself. You are. You know it. You accept it. You accept all these suggestions.
Hi, and welcome back. Again, this is Infectious Waste Theater on Channel 6 at Evergreen and Channel 3 on TCTV. And now for this commercial break. Do you find yourself tired in the afternoons? Why not try Ass Toot, the cocaine suppository? Hey, Joe, how you doing today? You're looking a little down.
I'm feeling a little down, Noah. I need a pick-me-up.
Maybe you should try Ass Toot, the cocaine suppository. Ask your doctor or pharmacist for the finest quality Ass Toot.
What's it gonna do to me?
It'll making you sharp and quick, and it'll pick you right up.
Well, I bet after taking this, I won't be able to sit still. Thanks a lot, Noah.
No shit. Okay.
We here at Channel 6 have a lot of important things to say to you, the X generation of Olympia and America. We'll start out with the Reverend Noah Soule.
Thank you very much, Joe. The X generation, what is it? Why is it called X? Well, I'll tell you, there is no definition for the X generation, but here's one. I'll give it to you. The X generation is a generation of convenience, Denny's, cars. We've inherited the legacy of consumerism from our parents. We've got houses in suburbia. We've got more appliances than we know what to do with. We've got computers. We've got CD players. We've got toaster ovens and bread makers. We've got everything we could use. How many of you guys have cars that you drive to school every day, despite the fact that you live right on the bus line?
I do.
Tell me about it. It's just for a little bit more convenience. You know, it'll only take you about half an hour to get the bus to school, but no, you want to save that extra 15 minutes? Think about walking it. That takes you a while, doesn't it? Greeners. Greeners, well, I don't know why they call you green. You pollute more than anyone I know. Sure, some of you recycle a little bit, but you leave your heat on in the mods, don't you? Don't you? We're so tied to convenience, we can't even get off our token asses to go to a bank to prepare food. We go through drive-through. There's drive-through liquor stores, drive-through donut stores, drive-through everything. Back to you, Joe.
And now a word from our sponsor. Potatoes. Eat one today. You know, recent market showings tell us that potatoes cost 99 cents for 10 pounds. Do you know that that is cheaper than dirt? Yes, potatoes. Much better than dirt. Tastier, too. Just look at the facts. Sour cream on dirt. It ruins the sour cream. It ruins the dirt. Sour cream on a potato enhances the flavor of the potato. Potatoes can be prepared in thousands of different ways. Dirt is just dirt. Dirt or mud. That's all you get from a potato. Potatoes can be juggled. Come on in here, Justin. Juggle some potatoes for the people.
You can't do that with dirt now, can ya?
Woohoo! Yes, potatoes. The new, refreshing dirt substitute. Buy some. Eat them today. Back to me, Noah, with my little rant. Yes, that's right. I have something very important to talk to you people about. You people here of the X generation, we've got some very important things to talk to you about. This is my definition of the X generation. That's right. We're switching cameras on me like mad. Look at this technology running rampant, driving me into the ground. Generation X, you are the generation of technology. That's right. You're the generation of technology. Just bounding forth. With the way things are going, I can easily picture the future. How many of us own an internet account, huh? I know I do. I know most other people do. And we're all just so excited to get on there and write to other people on this vast information highway. That's right, the information highway. We're plugged in. We're surfing. We're out there. We're in cyberspace, spending all of our time out there, not really talking to people face to face, but we're still communicating. It's a great age of communication. But how long? How long is it going to be until that magic, that computer magic sifts through our fingertips, up our arms, into our shoulders, our neck, into our brains? How long before you have an actual computer component in your head? How long before you don't have to use a computer to boot on anymore? Yeah, I'm booting up the internet. It's going to be fashionable to have a hole right there in your head. I swear to God, it's going to happen. Yeah, I'm on right now. Hold on, Mom. You know, here's another thing. Now, why stop with the brain? I mean, that's the major part of your body, right? Why stop with the brain? Why not get some prosthetic arms, legs, cybernetics? That is the wave of the future. Speaking of the wave of the future, the way things are going, I see us all being robots within the next... How long? How long do you think it's going to be till you have a hole in your head? Cybernetic limbs. It'll be quite a while, probably. But in the meantime, that's not your generation. No. By the time that technology comes around and becomes very popular, you're going to be an old drooling man. That's right. You're not going to catch on. Maybe you're a pioneer, but you're not really a part of the big picture. That's why we need to take pride in our pinkness, our fleshiness. We are the last of the flesh generation. Revel in your flesh. Become fat. Eat a lot. Now a word from our sponsor.
Hey, America! Are you down on your luck? Depressed? Hungry for more? Well, why not try Stuff?
Stuff?
Yes, Stuff, the American classic. Available in an assortment of sizes and flavors.
Stuff has millions of uses.
Stuff tastes great on ice cream.
Stuff cleans toilets.
Looks great with denim.
Stuff fries up easily for family dining.
Gets rid of unwanted facial hair.
And pets love it too.
Too much space? Get more Stuff.
Where can I get some Stuff?
Stuff is available almost everywhere for a variety of costs to suit your family needs.
Hey, this is good stuff.
Indeed, Stuff will fix your car.
Yeah, that's right. It'll improve the value of your home or trailer.
Enrich your children's education.
Get you the respect you deserve.
Make you sleep soundly.
You're a busy person with real busy person needs.
Stuff gets you where you want to go.
As a matter of fact, Stuff is officially endorsed by the Olympic Games and all major airlines.
Stuff is something you need to maintain a healthy relationship with the world around you.
Stuff is handy when you need that quick pick-me-up.
Stuff can be served hot or cold, day or night, anytime.
But what if my stuff breaks or gets lost?
Well, Stuff will never go out of style. The best thing about Stuff is the more you buy, the more they make.
Stuff is something your family can treasure for years to come.
Stuff, the more you get, the more you'll want.
That's right. And speaking of stuff, we've got some great stuff here, some official Channel 6 merchandise. Can I get that on the camera, please? Can I get that on camera? Channel 6 merchandise, official Channel 6 merchandise. We've got the Channel 6 potatoes.
We've got a Channel 6 hammer. Channel 6. Channel 6
thing
cylinder for a Volkswagen.
Rusty.
Only $20. You can have it now.
Channel 6 rusty nails. Get yours today. We also have
Channel 6 books. We've got
Channel 6 briefcases.
Channel 6 strange screws.
Channel 6 shoes.
Channel 6 ass shaving.
Channel 6 everything. That was Channel 6. Thank you
We've got
for tuning in.
everything you need. Thanks for tuning in, and so long.
Bye.